Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 52.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Flushed out, and right away he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Down. 15, line it. 15 line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, box drop. Box drop.
51 Mike.
Now.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set up. 61. Matchbox lights. Light.
58 to Mike.
Set up.
On first down, Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's another Broncos.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Set, ready.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Sit up. Ready.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First down, Browns.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're 33. King.
Shit. Rush in.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, watch it.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Browns nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
X3.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Hey, 180.
Watching your front. Here we go.
Regular.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Bravo. Watch out.
Mayfield now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Let's get off the field, D.
Check, clear.
From midfield, here's Locke. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? Watch the curl.
Now Locke throwing on second down. Open man here is Hamilton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throwing his Locke on third down. This is the tight end fan. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Returnable here for Davis. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. On second down, here's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 14-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Jumper. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, alert!
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as he'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Regular. Let's put that King. Run. Hey, Charlie.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go. Tight go.
Following the penalty, Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. Going deep here for Landry. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how
now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Derek Wolfe picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he completes it to Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. But now it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
First down, Cleveland.
Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Leo!
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Block now to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
We can't be stopped.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously cost one.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Kill. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing now is Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Get it.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They run it again with Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run by Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Ready?
58, come on. Okay, double up.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here's Mayfield. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a two-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
Let's go. 30 base. Mike 58, right? 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Gone. 36. Shoot.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On second down, it's Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Denver, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
off the hook and you don't really want none. But if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the destroyed. I'ma leave it on the side, you wanna Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm the sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You
ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose to act. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. So don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't gotta